Ever since the dawn of time, the human race has been evolving as a species and became stronger and stronger with each passing generation. At first, humans had nothing on their mind except for survival and reproduction. But with time and the invention of things like agriculture, medication, and all the way until the discovery of electricity, everyday life has slowly become easier and easier with every single rotation around the sun. Over time, the goal of the average human shifted from just survival to making their stay on this planet as convenient as possible, with a little reproduction on the side. The newest generation, known as Gen Z, more commonly referred to as Zoomers, have gone above and beyond anything anyone could have ever imagined. Not only do they live their lives with seemingly no intention of reproducing whatsoever, but they have also decided that they do not even want to be alive. If real life has no cat girls, then why even live? The invention of fake anime girls truly was a double-edged blade. At that very moment, the eyes of millions of potential degenerates around the globe were blessed by the sight of those thick anime thighs. Let's be honest, after officially becoming a man of culture, there just simply is no way one could possibly be satisfied with realistic female anatomy ever again. But you know what? That's okay. Don't be ashamed. Be proud. With the start of the new year, there will be a massive influx of Daisy Ridley holding a signpost. But don't be tempted. Stay strong, for you already understand the greatness that is 2D waifus. So after an enormous amount of requests, here is the moment you've all been waiting for. Definitive proof that 2D girls are superior to 3D girls, using nothing but facts and logic. 3D girls can be nice, I guess. But the biggest problem with real girls is that, they are real. Real people have goals and ambitions and need attention or mental support to achieve those goals. Unfortunately, the last thing you need as a degenerate introverted social outcast is for someone to remind you of how much of a loser you are. Normal people are like the sun. Autistic basement dwellers like us are blinded by the light. We prefer being stagnant, living in the darkness of our smelly, dimly lit rooms, self-inserting ourselves into Chinese cartoons about people living out the lives we always wanted, but never once attempted to make an effort towards. 2D girls have no ambitions, no aspirations or goals in life. They don't need attention. All they really need is a headband once in a while to stay satisfied for the foreseeable future. Fight! 3D girls also have complex emotions. Every single one of them is shaped by the people around them, and society itself, meaning that they are all unique, and no two Stacys think alike. Understanding a 3D girl can be genuinely difficult. 2D girls, on the other hand, aren't complex at all. Some of them having personality-wise more in common with a wet piece of cardboard than an actual person. Most of them can be placed into easy to understand groups. You have the nice ones, the quiet ones, the badass ones, the autistic ones, or classics like the tsundere, the pedo bait, or the ara ara. In order for a real girl to give you a chance, you need to be at least 6 feet tall, have a six-pack and 6 figures on your bank account. And that's just not a very realistic standard to have. Almost no one fits those criteria. I mean, I do, but I know that this isn't always the case for everyone. For the majority of you, 2D girls are a far better alternative. All you really need to do is to show some basic human decency once in your lifetime, or fail at high jumps for a couple of hours, and they will swear their eternal loyalty to you. Hell, sometimes you don't even need to do anything at all, and they will magically fall in love with you anyway. 3D girls, however, might lose their interest in you after realizing your entire personality is based on disliking popular things. When that happens, they will either leave you, or they may cheat on you if they feel like it. Or so I've heard. I wouldn't know. I've never talked to one before. 2D girls are animated in a beautifully cinematic 24 frames per second. Yet, real life doesn't even work in FPS, meaning that 3D girls move at exactly 0 frames per second. Yikes! Not to mention that real women also deteriorate over time. 2D girls don't age at all. Even if they may have birthdays, they don't actually get older. In contrary to what a certain group of people keep telling themselves. You know who you are. And you disgust me. In all fairness, 3D girls do have some advantages over 2D girls. Like how people won't laugh at you for bringing a body pillow to prom. Or how Tanner and his friends won't pick on you and make fun of you. Or how the entire school won't pretend you don't even exist. Some people like to bring up the argument that in contrary to 2D girls, you can actually touch real girls. But actually, their IQ is just not high enough to understand that on a molecular level you can never really touch anything. Maybe if Brad spent more time reading and less time going out, he wouldn't have looked so stupid right now. I'm sure that if you didn't understand the greatness of anime waifus before, that after all this hard evidence, you are currently rethinking all of your life decisions. If all of these reasons were somehow not enough and you are still not sure whether or not you should invest all of your money into body pillows and figurines, don't worry, I saved the best for last. The real reason we all like 2D girls so much is that, if you are really lucky, they might even have a dick.
お前はもう死んでいる。
Hanazawa Kana has voiced hundreds of characters, a lot of them being of a somewhat younger age, meaning that it isn't weird at all if you force them to call you onii-chan.